Hello and welcome back to French with Basu. After a long while, things are getting confused all around, so I couldn't make videos for a long while. Through all this hard time, many are managing to keep working and doing their best. So I thought, let's learn some good French grammar. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to use future tense in French. It's one of the easiest tenses in French. Maybe not as easy as futur proche. Click on the I button for the futur proche. It will just take a couple of minutes to learn. Or maybe not as easy as passé récent. For learning passé récent, you can always click on this I button and find it out. However, simple future tense is at least easier than present tense. I made a couple of videos on present. You can check them out from the description below. Let's get started with Futur Simple. The simple future tense in French. La langue française, c'est très facile. Always, I start with the groups of verbs and moods of verbs whenever I start teaching any tense. I will not mess your mood with moods for now whatsoever. So in brief, you have three groups of verbs in French. Premier group, which ends with ER. Deuxième group, which ends with ER. And troisième group, which ends with ER, RE and OER. First group, second group and third group of verbs. Close your eyes and click on that I button. Hey, don't close them. You are hitting on that close button. Stay right here and let's finish it off with a cup of chai or a cup of coffee, whatever. Enjoy and have fun. We got our three groups of verbs. We have some tenses in French which are always formed by taking their radical and adding the terminaison part. Présent was of course one of such tenses. Future is also a tense where we need radical of the verb and the ending part, that is the terminaison. This is super duper easy. Let's take first group verb, second group verb and third group verb, only the ones that end with ER. In step 1, what we will learn? We will learn how to make the white sauce for the pasta. Hey no, how to make their radical. So, one verb from first group, chanter. One verb from second group, finir. One verb from third group, sortir. Hey, still confused with groups of verbs in French and forgot to click on that I button which I made with so much of patience for you? No worries, no worries. Just check the description of my video. I will keep all those links for you. Now, how to make their radical? Guess what? That's the easiest of all. Just keep them as they are. No change with these specific verb endings. Chanter is the radical for chanter. Finir is the radical for finir. And sortir is the radical for sortir. That's why I love French. It's so easy. Oh my dog, I don't have a dog however. Do you have one? What do you call it? Do you know the French for a dog? It's chien. I will make a sentence with chien by the end of this video. So, third group verbs end with IR, RE and OIR. We already have covered IR ending ones. Next, let's take a verb from third group, which ends with RE. Attendre, which means to wait. How to make its radical for future? Just remove that E from the end. Careful, you may hurt it. Tenderly, just remove the final and you get your radical for future for any RE ending verb. Now we have covered first group, second group and IR and RE ending verbs from third group. Isn't that awesome? If you already are loving this, give me a shout out by clicking on that subscribe button, hitting that bell button so that you never miss my videos, which I am making very irregularly after my full-time job at an university. Yes, the works are going on in full swing in online mode. On that note, for those who you care about and are learning French, please do share my videos with them, and always keep sharing your valuable opinions and comments, and keep watching till the end. So we now know how to do the radical of these specific groups of verbs. Now, what about other third group verbs? That's easy. I will give you some verbs and their radical for future, which I will help you to memorize right here. Stay with me, because only this portion for this video is something you need to watch a bit carefully and maybe note down, if possible, the special radical. In my barber shop, many kinds of verbs come and they get different hairstyles. See, for Ed, he always likes S-E-R as his radical. Avoir likes to have A-U-R for some cold future. Savoir takes S-A-U-R. Pouvoir takes P-O-U-R-R. Vouloir takes V-O-U-D-R. Wait, the fun part about these special radical is that if you once memorize these radicals, you can also learn their radicals for another tense called conditionnel présent, which maybe I will teach you in a later video if you ask me to make. Where to comment? You don't remember? Down in this comment section, sweetheart. And please hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet done that. Step 1 is a bit stretchy for this particular tense, so hang on. Sometimes aller verb comes to my parlor and he only likes to have IR as his radical. Devoir takes D-E-V-R, D-E-V-R. Faire is a VIP. He is a dynamic verb. I love faire verb. Faire is a VIP. And he never has time in hand. He is always in a hurry, always in a hurry. He likes F-E-R as his future radical. Venir comes very often, as he means to come. Venir means to come. Venir always comes for his V-I-E-N-D-R, cut. Envoyer takes E-N-V-E-R-R as his future radical, cut. Now, some of the less frequent customers in my parlor are appuyer, appeler, acheter, etc. You don't have to memorize these last 3 verbs for now. When I talk about appuyer, Y-E-R ending verb, appeler, L-E-R ending verb, and acheter, a verb that has a sound in its belly. You don't have to memorize these last 3 verbs for now. Okay, keep these 3 verbs for later. I mean, when you will be revisiting the video for a laugh. Learning French was never so fun. We pretty much finished with the step 1, that is the regular haircuts and special haircuts for some special verbs. Hey, if you know the future radical for these special verbs, you obviously can make the future radical for the verbs coming from their same family. We are done with the step 1. Have you finished your coffee so fast? I couldn't even finish editing my video so fast. You are super awesome. Thanks. Step 2 now. This is the easiest of all. If you are thinking that there might be a lot of series of terminaison for future. You are not always 100% correct. Imperfection is the beauty of our perfection. Don't you agree? Don't you agree? So the terminaison for future tense are a-i, a-s, a. Am I singing? O-n-s, e-z, o-n-t, o-n-t. Why am I repeating? That requires. Once again, please do repeat after me. A-I, A-S, A, O-N-S, E-Z, O-N-T, O-N-T. Have you memorized? Have you? Fine. And that's it. Step 2 is over. You learned future. Now just subscribe to my channel and keep smiling till the end of the video. Now let's see what you learned. In step 1, you learned how to make radical for the verbs with specific endings. In step 2, you learned the terminaison. Yes, those are all. These terminaison or ending parts, if you can once memorize, one-time investment for future tense, you can add the same terminaison with any group of verbs. These terminaison for future tense are never changed. They are like homeopathy, so-called medicines. They never change. They never work. Only the difference is that these future terminaison never change for different verbs. But obviously they work. They work. They do. They really do. Let's see. Chanter. Je chanterai, tu chanteras, il chantera, elle chantera, on chantera, nous chanterons, vous chanterez, ils chanteront, elles chanteront. Je chanterai means I will sing. I will not sing in this video. I will not. You will never subscribe therefore. Je chanterai. I will sing. Tu chanteras. You will sing. And so on. Finir. Je finirai. Tu finiras. Il finira. Elle finira. On finira. Nous finirons. Vous finirez. Ils finiront. Elles finiront. We did it. So I took the radical for first group and second group verbs and added the same terminaison. Easy? With sortir, it's a third group verb, ir ending verb. What I did is, I took sortir as a whole, as its radical. And then I added those same terminaison. Je sortirai, tu sortiras, il sortira, elle sortira, on sortira, nous sortirons, vous sortirez, ils sortiront, elles sortiront. Voila. RE ending verb prendre. I removed the final E tenderly. Remember, do not hurt it. Got its radical and just added those ending parts. As for any of those verbs with different hairstyles that I told you to memorize, because that's very important. The same way we know their radical, we will just add those same old terminaison and we'll get our white sauce pasta ready to serve. Some sentences in future tense for you. Le chien mangera des nourritures. I have not forgot to make a sentence with chien. Le chien mangera des nourritures. The dog will eat foods. Look at that use of l'article partitif in there. If you have forgot what is l'article partitif, here's the I button for you. La fille chantera une chanson. Une chanson. Chanson is exceptional noun femina. How to distinguish a noun if it is masculine or femina? If you have forgot all the tips that I have given, maybe you have not checked out my video. Please go and check that out. How to distinguish masculine or feminine noun in French. La mère fera mes devoirs. It's always the case. It's always the case, I know. Do you do your own homework? Ma mère fera mes devoirs. Fera, faire verb in futur. Nous parlerons avec notre professeur. We will speak with our teacher. Notre professeur. Notre. Look at that notre. That's adjective possessive. Do you remember l'adjectif possessive? Is that very hard for you? La longue française, c'est très facile. Go and check out my video on l'adjectif possessive. I will keep that link in the description below. If you liked my my video, give me a thumbs up. And what else topic I can cover in my next video? Please tell me down below in the comment section. And enjoy your time. Stay safe, take care, prenez soin de vous. Au revoir.